Hello everyone, welcome to Dr. Ravi's Academy. I am Dr. Ravi, Professor of Mechanical Engineering, and I am teaching the various subjects in the area of design like engineering mechanics, mechanics of solids, that is also known as strength of materials, kinematics of machinery, and dynamics of machinery, and of course including engineering graphics. These are the various subjects I am teaching, and in today's class from engineering mechanics subject, let us understand the fourth lecture, system of forces and its detailed classification. So first let us understand what is meant by system of forces. If a rigid body is subjected to number of forces with different magnitudes and direction is called system of forces. And you can treat that it is you are having a body, a rigid body, and it is subjected to number of forces, maybe F1, F2, F3 with the different magnitudes and directions. F4 like this. This particular system is said to be, constitutes a system of forces. Now let us see the detailed classification of system of forces. Now, system of forces, I am writing it as SOF, stands for system of forces, broadly classified into two important streams. That is, the first one is coplanar forces, which is also known as planar forces, and it's of course represented with the two-dimensional system of the force. The other side, it is a non-coplanar, which is also known as spatial system of the force, spatial, and which is also known as a three-dimensional system of the force, two-dimensional and three-dimensional. And let us understand what is meant by this coplanar. So for this, I am representing coplanar in a geometric space. Let us say I have taken this geometric space, and let us consider a three-dimensional space in which this is my x-axis, origin, and it is y, and this is z. So all the forces are lying in a single plane. So I am considering this is my plane of reference. This is my plane of reference. All the forces are lying in this particular plane only. Then it is said to be coplanar system of the force. Now let us consider F1 is horizontal, maybe F2 is vertical, F3 is it's inclined, and all three are lying in a single plane. So that constitutes coplanar system of the forces. The other side, let us see non-coplanar, and you have a three-dimensional space. Let us consider this is a three-dimensional space. Z, and this is origin. Let's say this is Y. Your forces are lying in geometric space, three-dimensional space. Maybe one force F1 may be in this particular plane, and F2 may be like this, and maybe F3 like this. Like this, you have in geometric space, three-dimensional space. If you look at that, OX, OY, and OZ constitutes three-dimensional space, and the forces are lying in three-dimensional space at various locations. So this constitutes a spatial or three-dimensional system of the force. And if you look at coplanar, this is further classified into concurrent forces and non-concurrent forces. Non-concurrent forces. Concurrent forces means all the forces are meeting at a point, and all the forces are lying in a single plane and meeting at a point. So if you consider again three-dimensional space, all the forces, if you see, so this is my plane of reference, and all are meeting at a point. Let me take the point of concurrency like this: F1, F2, and F3. So you have three forces and all three are meeting at a point. That means in a coplanar concurrent forces, all the forces are lying in a single plane and all the forces are meeting at a single point. It is said to be coplanar concurrent forces. And coplanar non-concurrent forces. So this already the diagram general it is given. So this is applicable to all the forces are lying in one plane and all the forces are not meeting at a point, at a single point. So that constitutes coplanar non-concurrent forces. Exactly similarly, the spatial system of the force is also classified into concurrent forces and non-concurrent forces. Concurrent and non-concurrent. All the forces are three-dimensional force, but it is meeting at a point. Let us consider the geometric space, 3D space, and in this 3D space, here your forces are meeting. Now let us consider this is the point of concurrency, and I am taking this is F1 downwards. I am taking it is F2 at an angle. I am taking it is F3 and maybe along this F4. If you see that all the four forces are 3D forces, three-dimensional or spatial forces, but all are meeting at a point. So that constitutes it is non-coplanar concurrent forces. And whereas your non-concurrent coplanar, non-coplanar, non-concurrent means, so this is the figure, general figure. Whatever you have taken that, all the forces are lying in three-dimensional space, that means it's non-coplanar, and non-concurrent, all the forces are not acting through a single point, constitutes it is non-coplanar, non-concurrent forces. So this is exactly the detailed classification of you know system of forces, broadly classified, and further you can classify parallel force system and unlike and like parallel force system of the force also. Thank you.